This is Action Sports Jax First and 10 Training Camp, sponsored by Farah & Farah, the exclusive personal injury law firm of the Jaguars.
Hit! Move, game now! Hit! Please!
After a day off, back to work for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Week 2 of training camp getting started early this a.m. at the Miller Electric Center. Just another step closer to football's return. More evidence, football's a bit closer. We got a game Thursday night, the Hall of Fame game. Remember a year ago with Tony Baselli, so much excitement? Well, this year it's the Jets and the Browns. We get excited for about, 6 or 7 plays, then we switch over to Netflix. Hi, everybody. Welcome to First and 10, the Jags' first preseason game for them, not until Saturday, August 12th. But heck, tomorrow's August 1st, not too far away. Monday morning practice, and the weather is cooperating in the best kind of way. Overcast with no precip to slow things down. We had some excellent one-on-one battles on display. This is one we'll see every day at camp. Ridley and Campbell. Ridley won this one, but back and forth they went today. Good stuff. Hey, a rookie trying to impress. Parker Washington, quick burst off the line, beats Trey Herndon right there. Christian Kirk, another of those wideouts. Excited to see how things look in the AM, as in tomorrow when practice jumps to another level. The pads are going on in the morning.
I like the starting point, but it gets a little harder tomorrow, throwing the pads and whatnot, and it's going to get a little hotter, and days are going to start adding up. So I'm excited to see how we're able to face some of that, the dog days of camp, and, be able to perform at a high level.
It's definitely going to be a step up, playing week 1 in shorts and t-shirt. Now, when the physicality becomes real, you want to see kind of who steps up, who rises to that challenge. Does their technique kind of go out the window because now it's a little bit more physical?
Few notes from practice. Nathan Warwick giving the crowd a reason to cheer. Drops it in the trash can right there on the accuracy drill. Jaguars owner Shad Khan on hand to check out the team. Had to like today's effort better than yesterday's Fulham defeat in D.C., that's for sure. And tons of kids on hand. Coaching staff, players like getting some family time at the end of practice. And speaking of, you can't beat this scene. Defensive tackle Devon Hamilton with his newborn baby. Rock the baby. Just an awesome moment after a few hours of hard work earlier in the morning. We have team coverage from this morning's session at Jags HQ. Action Sports Jax Olivia Tasley leads us off with one of the Jaguars' defensive leaders.
The year 2 jump has been a main topic around this Jacksonville Jaguar team in the Doug Peterson era, but it's not just on the offensive side of the ball. It's also on the defensive side. Foye Oluyokun spoke to us and says he likes what he's seeing.
In terms of the playbook, it's a couple new calls and stuff in, but as a unit, we're attacking them all together, and we kind of know where everybody fits right now. So right now, it's definitely going a lot smoother than the first year, but we just definitely got ways to go. All I care about is making sure we're making the right calls and get everybody on the right page. It seems like they're coming along very nicely with that. Actually, pads about to come on, so making sure they're keeping the same effort, burst of the ball, being physical in the fits and stuff. That'll be good to see.
A big takeaway here on a Monday, Foye says it was the turnovers, and they're going to have to keep those coming through the season for a successful year. At the Miller Electric Center, I'm Olivia Tasley, Action Sports Jax.
Now let's switch sides of the ball. Last week we paid a lot of attention to the receiving core. So now let's talk about some of the big guys up front. A rookie starting tackle, veteran leadership in the middle. Plenty of intrigue when it comes to who will start 1 month into the season. Action Sports Jax Stuart Weber picks up the story on the O-line.
Jaguars offensive coordinator Press Taylor spends a lot of time with the quarterbacks, the receivers, the tight ends, and even the running backs, but he also has to keep an eye on that offensive line. The big guys, of course, are what keep this offense moving, and last week during practice, he certainly donned that 31st in the NFL t-shirt, that chip that sits on the shoulders of these Jacksonville Jaguars offensive linemen. He knows that for this team to be successful in 2023, the O-line is going to have to carry its weight.
Everything ramps up each week, until you eventually line up across from somebody else. But then the difference from preseason to week 1 is a huge step as well. So there's just going to be a continued growth, especially with these young guys.
With the pending suspension of Cam Robinson, flexibility is going to be an important part of this Jaguars offensive line as they try to put the best 5 guys on the field at all times.
You'll see guys throughout this thing shuffle around, whether it be playing the right side, the left side, inside, outside. We're going to have to see some guys snap at some point because we got to continue to see how could you contribute on game day.
When Robinson returns in week 5, it'll be one of those good problems to have. 6 guys capable of starting in the NFL, but only 5 spots. That'll be up to the coaching staff to decide how it all shakes out. We'll certainly keep an eye on that. Reporting from the MEC, Stuart Weber, Action Sports Jax.
The MEC, another day and another position group getting their chance to spend some time with the fans. Tight ends and running backs, including Travis Etienne, getting their turn today. Great way to wrap up a day at training camp for the fans who show up oh so early in the morning. When you are good and you know it, you want a quiet camp, and that seems like what has been happening thus far for the Jaguars.